Hey, to each his
Each
own.
is own. Girl, do you see this wing that I tried today?
You know what?
I usually don't do like a full wing. I usually
It's
but I
cute. And you got a little cat eye going there.
little cat,
You know I'm all about a wing.
All right.
Not wait, what?
No, it was a strange cat wing. It was a strange
I cat confused. That cat
I'm
saying
so
right.
far away from them. Okay, I think that's better. Look, I don't know why I keep seeing that thing move under there. I don't know what that is. Like a piece of candy or something.
Oh, that's probably one of them
Starburst from last week.
Was that last week or was that before that?
Last week?
Oh, okay.
I think so.
I don't know. Oh, we were going. Oh,
Uh-oh.
I didn't know. Are you ready to get started?
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Two dope girls, yeah, it's a podcast. Two dope girls, yeah, we speaking all facts. Two dope girls, yeah, we got it, just relax. Two dope girls, hit like, subscribe that. Two dope girls, and we on it, never slack. Two dope girls, and we got each other back. Two dope girls, and we coming for the cash.
Two dope girls, and we all about a bag.
Dope girl, dope girl.
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, girl.
Hey,
girl. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey.
So silly. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Two Dope Girls podcast.
Yes.
What's
Another
up?
week.
I was about to say I'm Ladonna.
No, I'm Ladonna, and you are.
I'm Grace.
You know what I'm saying? We're back to bless y'all ears with another week of Two Dope Girls.
Hallelujah.
Okay. I know. How was your
Yes.
week?
My week was good. My week was so busy. I don't even know. We recorded early last week, right? Because I just feel like it
Did
was
we?
so long ago.
Maybe.
I think it was
Thursday?
like for St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yes.
Because
so
we were
was it
wearing
Thursday?
green.
I think it was Thursday.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it seemed like so long ago.
It does seem. It does.
Yeah, but we just, I don't know. It
Yeah,
was so
I mean,
much.
first of all, let's talk about your outfit. You're giving me real Coachella vibes right now.
You're
Like,
so silly.
who is that? I heard, Meg the Stallion's gonna be at Coachella this year. So
Is
I'm
she?
like, I want to go. I've never been to Coachella.
I've never been to Coachella either. I want to go to Coachella, but it's so hard to get a ticket.
It is hard, but I'm like, should I try to go? When is Coachella?
Normally, I thought it was like in the beginning of the year. I mean, but they have like 2 Coachellas a year, I think.
Really?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to
don't
figure
hold me
that
to
out.
that. Yeah. We'll
Because
figure
if
that
it's
out.
this summer, that sounds like a nice little trip to me.
Oh, girl, they're going to have so many good like festivals and everything we can do this summer.
I need to do. I have not been to a festival. When is it, Des?
April 15th to April 24th.
Oh, so it's coming up.
It's coming up. So,
Oh, man.
if anybody want to sponsor Two Dope Girls to go out to Coachella, hey,
we will love it. We will love you all day.
hit us up.
Love you long time. Love you long time.
I ain't about to love you long time,
I
baby.
mean, I love you long time. I ain't gonna do nothing to love you long time. I'm just
That's
gonna
my
love you.
long
Okay.
time.
I think I had a pretty good week.
How was your week?
Yeah, it was a little rough, but you know, God is good. We're making it
All the time, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Chanel is getting potty trained. She was a little bad today.
How was that going?
She is so cute, so adorable. I'm enjoying being a pup mom.
I need some updated pictures.
I will. I haven't been taking any pictures of her, but she's
What
so
kind of dog
cute.
mommy are you?
A busy one.
That's true.
Well, one trying to figure out how in the hell I'm gonna have 3 kids at the house next week. A dog and a 9-year-old and a 3-year-old.
You figure it out.
Y'all gonna have to call me and make sure I didn't like close the children and the dog.
I was about to
in
say
the
check on the
bathroom.
dog because the dog is gonna
Listen,
be like...
no, check on me. That's a dog. Okay, like I had to put barriers up. Like she's a toddler, and she even
She
gets through my.
is.
She even gets through my barriers,
So she was like, bitch, no.
and
ain't
then
about to
be
play
looking
me.
at me when I find her. Like what?
I love dogs.
I do too.
I do.
I've always loved dogs.
Me
Like,
too.
yeah, even since I was little. So I told my sister I was walking Chanel yesterday, and I really felt like, you know what? I'm literally living the American dream. Like, you know,
You got your dog.
a
your picket
house with the
fence.
white picket fence. You know, your family.
Yeah.
you just, you drive your big car,
You got your big
the
truck.
soccer mom car, just like living the American dream. I didn't
The
say
soccer
Ladonna's
mom car.
dream. I said the American dream.
Fuck that dream.
Right.
My dream,
What a
man.
convertible egg. Somebody give me a BMW convertible.
Skirt over
You know,
here.
give me, if I gotta have a big car, give me the Range Rover. I always wanted the pink Range Rover, baby.
Girl,
Anyways.
speaking of Range Rovers and fancy cars, I don't know. I don't know
You
if I'm
thinking
skipping
about-
ahead here,
Mhm.
but have you watched Young?
Yes, African. Yes, girl, that's my crap.
I
Listen,
love that. I love that whole cast. Like I love
the
that
ins-
show.
Okay, so you know,
Swanky.
I love Swanky. Swanky is the best dress. I love it.
Swanky,
I want to
you
be
can-
his
you
best
can-
friend.
You can dress me any day, honey.
I really want to be his best friend because I
Yes.
just want to dress with him. Like I want him to amp me up, and then I amp him up, and then we just like. Anyways,
I love his spirit.
I did. Annie, at first I didn't like Annie, but once you get into Annie's story, you like fall in love with Annie. Like the way she loves her innocent.
Yeah, but you think Innocent is still innocent?
No, he's not innocent, but the
Okay.
way she loves, like
She loves him.
it's so pure. Like when you
Mhm.
see a grown A woman like giddy like she is, when
She was
oh
really
my god,
giddy.
it was so pure. It was just like
I thought that was so sweet.
it is. It's so
Yeah.
sweet. And I think that's what made the one that's kind of the cast leader,
Yeah.
the one that looked like she had all the plastic surgery in the world.
All of it.
All of it in the world. She kind of softened to her because
Yeah.
it's like, man, she's really a really good individual. Like she's a pure individual. She made like Annie may like take you the wrong way with her opinions.
Yeah.
Which she was right about her daughter having her own apartment.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
wild.
what we're talking about, it's a Netflix show.
We just went all
Yeah, we
into
like
it.
we literally y'all be having a conversation because we do not talk until we talk, but we don't have like our little face to face because we're so
Right.
busy. So we be talking, y'all. So forgive us. We'll talk about it later. But y'all go watch Young, Rich, and African or something like
yeah,
that.
young, rich, and African. Yeah, or young, famous.
Young,
and
something like that.
Yeah,
Yes,
something like that.
It's really good. It's like
So good.
Housewives.
I watch it because
Africa.
I just feel every bit of some lovely Black ancestry, just I don't know, just coming from them. Like they rich,
Yes,
they're
young.
successful, and they're young. I'm like, man, I love this, and they dress so
Yes.
they impeccable, impeccable.
Listen, you know, I lived for some fashions,
Me
honey.
too,
I
child.
lived for the fashions, and they were just giving. They really were. They were giving designer.
Everything.
Yes,
just
they were giving. They were giving.
giving.
Anyways, and then I watched Inventing Anna. So I'm trying to finish up Inventing Anna.
I hadn't finished it yet. Like
Yeah.
I'll start and then I can't. Like because
Really?
I have only because okay, so I can watch certain television shows and not actually look at the TV because
Okay.
I'm like trying to do other
So,
stuff
yeah.
like edit or like trying to work or
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
like whatever. But it's like I really have to be engaged in that because I want to see what's going on. So I hadn't finished it yet, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna finish it. I finish it this
Yes.
weekend.
Yes, girl. I'm gonna finish it tomorrow, probably because today I almost forgot I was supposed to be working, but I did my work. So mind your business. Mind your business.
That's all. Just
Right.
mind your business.
Right. And Bella, it's funny you should Bella has been killing
we
it.
started it. Oh my god, have you watched it all?
Yes,
Okay,
like
well-
we will probably
Don't
watch
tell
it
me,
tonight.
Don't tell me.
No,
Okay.
no. I'm not telling you anything, but you just have
Okay.
to watch it. Like,
No, we started watching
amazing.
it. Oh my gosh,
do you love it, Des?
I love the realism. Like I love how you can relate to every
Yeah.
character except for Carlton. Carlton wilding. He wilding
He wilding, but he's relatable to somebody.
to somebody in that
Mhm,
that
in
social
that social circle.
mhm.
That social circle. Yes,
Yeah.
he is definitely because he's touching drugs that we can't afford.
Right. He talking about is
We can afford weed and crack,
Wait,
but we can't afford no
the crack.
cocaine.
right.
Now
What
it's
did
true in
what did
high
he say it
school.
was pills. It was
No, he snorted cocaine
he
when
was
he saw
snorting
Lisa.
court. Yeah.
I said,
Oh.
oh, not like.
But I love how the I just love the character roles. Like I
Yeah.
love all
I love
of it.
Hillary. Her fashions are
Yeah. I
Coco,
love
you did
it.
You're doing it.
She's doing it.
Yeah, she's doing
You
it.
know who she reminds me of?
Who?
Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
And her acting style kind of reminds me of Gabrielle Union, like her
Yeah.
demeanor.
Demeanor.
Yeah.
Coco's doing really good. Just the entire cast. I think his
Yeah.
name is it Jabari? No.
Jabari
Banks.
Jabari
That's
His
Banks.
name is really Banks.
really.
Oh yeah, it is.
He
But
is
West Philly.
He
chef's kiss.
yes.
Like
yeah.
chef kiss. Like you
He
can't get
reminds
more
you.
Will
He has
Smith.
that little hint of Will.
yes. Like it's just enough.
I love how Ashley's character is like different.
At first I was a little leery of that
Really?
because I'm like everybody has a stigma, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everybody, nobody can be just right, you know what I mean,
Right.
but I like the fact that I just like the writing. I like the fact how
Yeah.
it kind of diverted from her just being wanting that girl, and I just liked how she
Didn't want to
She-
kill herself after she
Right,
was like rejected.
right, she was
Like,
rejected.
it's good. It's all
right,
good.
and then I like the fact that she didn't want to say, I'm just figuring it out. Like I just like her. I don't
Right.
know if I'm gay. Like I wouldn't
Right.
take it that far.
Right.
I just saw a girl and I liked her energy. I liked her personality.
Right.
And
she liked
she
you.
sparked an interest, you know,
Right.
but shit, I guess I found out. Let me stop talking because I don't know how far y'all are. Oh, but you said she rejected, so
yeah.
you know this.
So and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah. Okay. Y'all, if y'all have not watched Bel Air, go watch Bel Air. Okay.
we're not giving too much away already.
Yes.
We hadn't even toast yet.
We haven't. Freddie's talking about. I'm about to pull up. Pull up, Freddie. Pull up. What we gonna toast to? These badass kids.
Let's fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. Period.
It's the weekend.
And I'm going home with mine with.
Did you drink out of that? You drank out of that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, because I won't. She's struggling over
Y'all,
here,
that Woodford that Grace be bringing. That is some
that
diesel.
brown liquor, because they don't sponsor us.
That is what did you see? ASAP came out with the new whiskey.
I did
Something
not.
in Prince.
Mm-mm.
It's
Should we
named-
try?
I would definitely try. I mean, I like dark liquor. If I'm going to drink anything, it's going to be a dark liquor.
But you like sweet dark liquor.
I mean, that shit is diesel gas. I can put that in my tank right now and be
You
good.
probably can.
And be
It's gonna
good.
get you a quarter of
Oh,
a
that's it.
mile.
Mercer and Prince.
Mercer and Prince. I didn't see that.
And
I like the bottle.
I do too. I love everything about ASAP Rocky. He's just so cool and just like laid
and the
back.
fact that he impregnated Rihanna.
That's probably my favorite thing. It really is. Yeah.
That he's about to have a beautiful
Baby.
chocolate,
What you think, baby?
yummy.
Girl.
Because they saw her picking up girl clothes. I pick up girl clothes when I walk
Because
through.
they're
'cause
cute.
so cute.
They are cute.
But
I
think
don't
she
know.
gonna
I have to look
I
at
don't
her.
know.
I think she's carrying
She
kind of
can't-
low.
I think she's carrying high.
You think so? I have to look at her again.
I
'Cause
saw
let me
her
tell
with
you.
a pair of jeans on, and they were buttoned. Like,
Really?
Yes.
First of all, she has the cutest baby bump. But
The
she has
cutest
a
little
really
baby
long.
body.
Oh, yes, she is carrying high.
Yeah.
She's carrying. Well, in the green, she looks like she's carrying kind of low, but that black,
She carrying high.
it's hard to
Is
tell.
that
To me,
really like a thing?
to
Carrying low and high? Like,
I think it's just a.
that's a black scientific
Yeah,
fact.
you know, it's a black. That was a great black scientific fact.
We're going to have another
That's it.
segment with a black
I like
scientific
that
fact.
black scientific fact. But anyways, yeah. So I do want to try Mercer and Prince one day. So we'll have to be
We'll try
looking
it
out
out.
for that. Definitely have to be looking out for that.
But I hope she does have a little girl. That baby will be
I
so
know.
cute.
Girl, Katanji over there doing her thing, girl. I
was about
love
to
me
bring
some
her up.
Katanji.
Come on, Katanji Brown. I did not know her husband was white.
I didn't either, but we found out.
But,
You-
you know,
Did you
Big
see
ups to
my
him.
my story?
I didn't know what
My
happened.
Target Chronicles.
What happened?
Girl, I was in Target early one morning. I hadn't even clocked in. So
You
my
ain't had
first
no business being in Target.
Yes, I did, because that's my me time, girl. That's my time.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah, that's my
Just
time
walk
to
them
just
aisles.
like love on myself, talk to myself sometimes,
Yeah,
pick
come
stuff up, put
on.
it down, make, I don't know, whatever I want to do. But anyways, I was getting ready to leave out, and this white guy, I was getting a Starbucks. I was really feeling myself that day. I was getting some Starbucks, and this white guy stopped me, and he was like, "Are you an AKA?" I was like, "Why, yes, I am."
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, I can just tell from the colors on your shirt." And I had on like a little sweater,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a black girl in her Ivy stance, and and it didn't have AKA on there, so
Okay.
he had no way to know that that's what that meant. I'm an AKA,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "Okay, Mr. Swaggy." Okay, Mister, I went to a HBC.
Did he go to HBC?
No, but he did in my book.
Oh, I would have asked him. He might be
Girl.
one of them rare white Kappas or
I
something.
don't know. He had a little swag to him. The way he's, asked me if, hey, okay. I said, boy, you better stop. I like them chocolate, but
Boy,
don't change
stop.
my man. But yeah, that was cool. But girl, Target, gotta love Target. Some
I
crazy
love me
stuff
some
gonna fall into
Target.
Target. But I can't.
Katanji.
Oh yes,
Are we done? I just want to
No.
shout her out though.
yes,
Because it's Nationals, what Women's
Mhm.
International Women's Month.
we still in there. We got a couple more days.
Yeah, and we have a couple of more days. So
Mhm.
I don't know if you've been following like that whole process of her.
A little bit, but
yeah.
girl, Senator Booker, oh, he had me in tears. Okay?
Yes. I loved his speech to her. I love the fact that she teared up. I don't know. I think everybody kind of saw the picture of her daughter kind of
Mhm,
glancing over, like
that's
just
my
so
mama.
proud and beaming.
Yeah.
I love that, and I love how strong that, like, she's just standing firm in her opinion,
Yep.
and she's
As
not
she
wavering
should. As she should.
And I was listening to some of the questioning, and it was like this one white lady. And I'm
Speak
just
your
like,
mind, Grace. Speak your mind,
I
girl.
don't want to call nobody what I want to call them. But at the same time, it's like she's asking her the definition of what a woman is.
Right. Like,
And
what
she's
are you?
like, that's not my thing. I'm here to judge like laws and policies and whatever the case is, but
Right.
not here to figure out
Give a disclaimer of a
a
woman
sexual
or who.
preference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Child.
And it was
Listen.
another woman, even though she was a white woman, but it's like, really? Is this what you're trying to fire at her?
Anything to
Just
trip
discredit her.
Yes, to trip
Mhm.
her up, to discredit her, to take away from any type of excellence or acknowledgement she's had. No, you can't. Katanji is ours.
Let me tell you
Period.
something. Just seeing her taking these questions and taking it with so much grace, I think
Yes.
that is like a clear representation. She is a clear representation of what Black women have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sit there with grace and poise and take it and take it and take it, and you have to internalize that.
Mm-hmm.
And people expect you not to be weak, but I know in that moment she is hurt on the inside and at some of these questions
Of
and
course.
at some of the things that are thrown her way. So I'm just like, she is the embodiment of what
What
a black
strong,
woman
a
is.
strong, what you was about to
A
say,
strong
a
black
strong
woman.
black
Yes,
woman have to
absolutely.
go through on a daily basis.
Right.
But when Booker came out and praised her and
Yes.
said, "Look, girls are going to look at you and going to be like, you're it.
Right.
You did it." Like,
Right.
and the way it brought tears to my eyes.
That-
I know that's not it. That's not hard. That's not hard. But listen, she tried to play me. y'all.
Look, you took it out my mouth.
But listen, that's not hard.
It was very
But
emotional.
it was very emotional
Mhm.
because it showed her vulnerability. It
Yeah.
showed that she can be empathetic. It showed that it's not a weakness.
right.
It showed that she's human.
Right.
And that when it comes to judging another human being, she's going to do it with grace and with policy and with justice.
Right.
Period.
All that good shit.
All that good shit.
Right.
Period.
Mhm.
So Katanji, give her some hand
We're
claps
gonna
because we love
applaud
her.
you, baby. Yes. Sending absolute loving
Yes.
energy her way, and just keeping her prayerful and, you know, covered.
And covered,
And a
period.
man.
Yes, and covered. Girl, I was looking at Instagram. You know, I be scrolling, not scrolling, scrolling, you know. And I saw this girl. She said, I had a dinner with a dude who didn't compliment me once. I thought that was really weird. I haven't spoken to him since. Another girl, hold up, let me finish what she said. At no point was I expecting compliments. The absence of the acknowledgement of my effort just shows me that he might not be attracted to me, which is okay. And even if he is, I still prefer a more vocal partner. Hence, I didn't force him to compliment me. I simply cut him off. I'm not dating anyone that I have to tell to compliment me. I'm too self-assured to do that. Affirming me and making me feel like I'm the only girl in the room is romance 101. I'm sorry, that was funny. That's what I'm accustomed to when I date and won't settle just because he ticks the other boxes. Oh, no, he was actually a perfect gentleman.
Okay.
He pulled my chair, opened doors, listened when I spoke, even sent me a full tank before I left so I could fill up on my way home. There was a There was a girl that said something back. She replied, "So you go on dates to boost your self-esteem?" Question mark, question mark, question mark. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so there are many layers to this.
So many layers. And reason I thought this would be good for us to discuss because I know that's something you really, both of us really like. We really like for a man to compliment
Words of
us.
affirmation.
Yes,
for sure.
It's very important to us. So when the girls, I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
No, I just want to. What do you want to ask me about it? Because there are many, many different layers. So which one you?
No,
wanna
I just want to discuss
wanna
it. Like, how do
dissect
you feel
first?
about that? How do you feel about what she said? How she handled that date? Do you think she was wrong? Do you think she was right?
Well, her feelings are her feelings. So it wouldn't be me to get rid of a person just because they didn't compliment me.
Right.
If they're doing everything else right, and I know I love compliments, I'm gonna mention it to you. I have to give you the opportunity to do it, right? Because maybe that's not your thing. I mean, you
That's
gave me
what
some
she was-
gas. That's a compliment, nigga.
That's what she's saying. If words of affirmation is so important to you, a man can take care of you. He can pay your bills. He can make sure you got a roof over your head, food in your belly, a car you driving. But he ain't complimenting you. In the long run, how is that going to make you feel?
Okay, we talking a long run.
Where you wanted to go?
We just dating, nigga. I don't know.
What
It
do
might
you-
not go nowhere. I just took a meal.
But we
But I
at the
get you
age where
saying,
we're
yeah.
dating with intention.
Yes, we're we're dating with intention for
Yeah.
sure. So if it's something that is a complete deal breaker, I mean, you gotta ask the questions initially though.
Yeah.
If it continues, then you
Mhm.
have to question like, okay, is this something that I really want to continue?
So you would definitely go to a second date if he never complimented you on the first date. Like, could you imagine that looking so fucking
bomb,
good?
like knowing you in the
Like
mirror,
you like I
in the
know I'm
mirror.
killing them, and
Like,
I'm
bitch.
with a man, and so personally, when I go out, I don't know if it's because I'm tall, and I don't know, but like people's men stare, you know. So when I think about a man staring at me, I think, oh, he must either like what he see or he either like what he see. Period.
That's it. One or two things.
This it, right? So for a man to be with me that I'm giving my time to, that I'm expressing my interest in, that you not expressed your interest in me by saying, you look
Damn,
beautiful.
baby.
You look beautiful.
Yeah.
My husband tells me that. You think I'm going to leave my husband, get with you, and you not? Period? No.
Nope.
You're going. I'm with sis. I'm not giving you a second date.
Right.
Because that lets me know if you don't do that, if you can't even play do it, like you know how people do on the first date, they give you like what they think you want.
Right.
If you can't even do it,
You
hell.
know, I mean, I do want to be told that I look nice.
Mhm.
I do.
But
I think, I mean, but he did a lot of other things right.
he did.
So am I just going to X him out like that? No.
That's true.
I'm still going to give him one. I mean, you gave me gas. Gas high right now.
It's high, but I mean, I can go
I
to
can pay
work.
for my own gas.
I go to work every
which
day.
is fine. It's the gesture. It's the thought
I
that
need.
counts.
It's like he's gonna have needs from me,
Right.
and I'm gonna have needs from him.
Right. You
Gas
gotta
money
tell
is
me-
not one of them.
It's not one of them, but it was
It
a
was
thought.
It was thoughtful.
Right.
But what I need from you is
It's a compliment.
affirmation.
Yeah. But I don't know you. So I'm trying to get to know
I don't
you.
give a freak. We can be in the club, Grace, and we can be literally.
Okay, look, I'm not
passing
even gonna
by.
lie.
You know that because you're an attractive woman, and we can pass by and we can hear, "Damn, you look good." Just in the passing by of a man, and
I
you're
know.
telling me I'm giving you my time. I'm sitting next to you.
I know.
I'm
and
sitting
you're
across.
not complimenting me not one time. Yeah.
No,
It's
Something
gonna
is
turn
wrong
me
with that.
off. It's gonna
Yeah,
turn me off.
we gotta have a man.
Cause you're
on-
right. You're right. I would have been like, fuck that. All right, I got some gas out the deal.
Mhm. I got
And
a good meal. That's what bad
we
therapist.
really-
Bad
Fuck that
therapist.
gas.
I was hungry anyway.
Right,
Whatever.
Right.
But
All right,
no,
let's go.
no,
That's
I'm not.
true. Well, especially at this point in our lives, like
Yeah.
I think deal breakers are deal breakers at this point.
Mhm.
There's no more being lenient about certain things.
And I think that's what she was saying. But
Yeah.
again, my deal breaker may not be your deal
Exactly,
breaker.
exactly.
But what she was saying is, why do I have to settle for a man that
That's
checks
true.
off
Because
this
I'll be
boxes?
like, this nigga don't even barely tell me.
Because we've been in long relationship, long-term relationship.
you
and
heard
we're
how
going
she
to
said
tell
that long, y'all?
long relationships, and we're going to tell you
Emphasis.
that the things that are important to you are still going to be important
Yeah.
to you 10 years from now. And if
Which
he's
is true.
yeah, and if
That's
he's
true.
not giving it to you now,
He may not.
he may
ever.
not.
Right.
And you gotta be okay with that. Like
Right.
I think women, we are so used to thinking like he just ain't got me yet.
Yeah.
That's the thing with women. Like we really
He's still
be
gonna do that shit to you, though.
Yeah, he's still gonna do that shit. Like you ain't
But I
special. You
get that
special, but
because-
you're not special.
I told my husband before words of affirmation. That's definitely one of my major love languages. I
Yeah.
mean, I can affirm myself, which is fine.
No, I
just
can't. I
don't-
want you to affirm me.
Right. I want you to affirm me, and I don't want to get that affirmation from anyone else before I get it from you.
Mhm.
And even like before I left today, because you know we work from home, girl, bumming it 24/7 or whatever.
Yes.
So I'm coming down the stairs, and we have hardwood. So he hear click clacking, and he was like, "Man, hold up, you sound like you look
Look good. Yes, that's what I'm
He
talking
didn't
about.
even see me, and I was just like, okay. And then he saw me.
Yes.
I put the little hill around the corner. He was like, okay.
I love that.
I was like, I might meet up with you later, but not.
I
maybe not.
love that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's something about the man that you're with,
Yeah,
like feeling like he got the best thing in the world,
because they do.
even if he don't.
Even
Even if he don't, make me feel like you got the best thing in the world.
right. That goes both ways.
It
It's on
goes both
sides,
ways.
too.
And I think I've told you before that I'm learning that. Like I was so wrapped into I wanted Sean to
me,
right.
me.
But
Yeah.
it's not all about me.
It's not.
Unfortunately.
You know, we
It's
have to
about
give
my
a little.
man.
We gotta give a
Yeah.
little time and
Yeah, and
energy
I'm
to
very
them as well.
appreciative of him, and
Yes.
he's gorgeous to me and sexy. So
Look,
I have to tell him that.
I walked downstairs one day, and I just walked down, and I was like, I gave him a kiss. I was like, I really, really, really appreciate you. And he just looked at me. He was like,
Aw,
he said,
what you want? I'd be like a Telfar bag. Brandon would. What? Yeah.
but
Did
I
say
really
that?
didn't. But
I know, but don't
I
ask
just-
me and then not get. I'm gonna give you an answer to that.
Right. But now that you say that, that has already came to
Right.
fruition.
Mhm.
Man, goddamn.
You did? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. That's okay.
You got it secured.
Secured with his money. He don't even know.
Check.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so I got another.
Okay, ask, because I'm gonna change my mind on this one too. I got to get some perspective. I got to think about it.
Okay. She said, "Oh wow, this man fiance took his 16-year-old daughter to get an abortion, and he found out about it and called off the wedding. I really feel like the fiance was in a lose-lose situation. If she broke her stepdaughter's trust, she would hang that up for life. But now she got ghosted and she's no longer a fiance. That's tough."
Okay, so wait, the fiance
Mm-hmm.
took.
No. Okay, so me, I'm the fiance.
Okay.
I took my fiance's, my guy boyfriend or fiance,
Yeah.
daughter to
Mhm.
get an abortion without my fiance knowing. Oh, that's tough. Oof. What would you do? Okay, what would you do? Because you have stepchildren.
do.
So
I
how would that look for you?
do.
If that was brought to your attention, would you do it? Would you like, school, this is what happened?
That makes my stomach hurt.
I know, because it's like, it's so hard as a stepmother.
Right.
I'm not a stepmother, but
I would be crossing
imagine.
boundaries though, because
Yeah.
number one, I'm not your biological mom.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that I wouldn't be there and support you in whatever decision you make.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as me, I don't know. I couldn't keep that from their biological mom or my husband, because that's something I don't know.
Listen, I'm gonna make this real simple for us.
I don't know.
I think, and I'm not a stepmom, but this is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Children are manipulative.
Yeah. Oh,
They're
hell
going
yeah.
to go to who they think they can get over on.
Mm-hmm.
And because they know as a stepmom, you're trying to do your best to fit into this new family.
Nah, I ain't fuck that.
They're going to come to you with, "Oh my God, I need you.
Right.
But I don't need you to tell my dad. Oh my God."
'Cause you ain't need me
And I'm going to
before.
say, "Oh my God, I love you. But you got to tell your dad because I need my man." Period. Okay? I'm not taking my stepdaughter to get an abortion without her dad knowing.
Right.
But it was a lose-lose situation, because
It is.
now she's going to feel like, I'm not going to tell the dad, but that's how I'm going to keep her trust. I'm
Right.
going to say, "I'm thankful for you coming to me. I'm not going to take you, but I'm
Right.
not going to tell your dad. You're going to have to tell him, because you're going
Gonna
to
have
show."
to tell somebody.
Right. You're going to show
Right.
this is it's happening. Like,
Right.
the baby got to come out, whether it's an abortion or you
Give birth.
give birth.
Right.
Yeah, no, sis, you did the
Nah.
wrong thing. You let the 16-year-old manipulate you into.
That's such a hard thing to even put yourself in that situation.
Mhm.
Like, I kind of would be not upset, but like, why would you even put me in this
Right.
predicament? Like,
But that's a child, though.
that's a child. But
Mhm.
if you knew me, you know. I mean,
If
I
you
just
know, you know.
I don't. That's a secret that you just can't keep like that
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Period.
Yeah.
Don't keep that.
Especially dealing with that's your child,
Mhm.
not mine. That's not my blood. That's your blood.
Right.
So that's not my decision to make.
16.
16. Now, technically, they can't, right? Get an abortion by themselves.
No, they can't.
So they would have
That's
to
why
be
she's
18,
trying
yeah.
to manipulate
Mhm.
and ask the person that she thinks will say yes first.
Mm.
Here's where
Nah.
we're going to with the next hot topic. Oh
we
man, y'all
going?
thought y'all was gonna be out for the rest of y'all life. Now y'all can take birth control. I'm just saying, y'all can take birth
please
control.
Don't do that to the guys.
No, yes. Major breakthrough. A contraceptive pill for males is found to be 99% effective in
And-
preventing pregnancy.
But in rodents, not men.
Listen, give it to them.
Give it to
I
them.
saw a reel that said we're supposed to tell women we got to get pregnant, we got to
Yes.
have cycles, we got to have
Oh.
postpartum, we got to have hysterectomies, we got to
Menopause.
menopause. And what do men have?
Blue balls. Because they can't get none.
That's the title. Blue balls. I'm sorry. I'm silly, y'all. I'm silly. But then, huh?
We get our issues later. Like,
Well, they
I
may encounter erectile dysfunction, priapism.
But they swear we have they swear we have erectile.
What?
We can't get wet. That's what they. But what they don't
Not a
know.
problem with mine, but
No, but what they don't know is if we're having sex with you and we don't get wet, that's
That's
not
your
on
issue.
us. That's on you.
Right, you're not doing what you're
'Cause-
supposed to do.
If I did Joe last week
And it was
and it was
drip,
wet, that's
like
how
that.
it sound.
That's how it sounds.
And with you, it sounds like
It's like
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, sir, it's you. You are not
You ain't
like
it. You ain't caressing it right.
you not. You not.
There ain't no foreplay.
You
no
ain't
nothing
doing
going
nothing.
on. You ain't talking to her. You gotta get down there and talk to her.
Yeah, you let her know that you're here for her.
Whisper in her ear.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Give her a
like
little
that.
kiss. You know, a little kiss.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, y'all man, check into that contraceptive. You know,
I would say check into it, but also remember it does not prevent STDs, you guys.
oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And
Still wrap it up.
that's gonna take us into our topic, but I'm gonna say one thing.
What's that?
Sean said when I sent it to him,
Sean said.
he said, because they say it's safe. Like, is that why you want me to say it? He said, hold on. Okay, so he said, questioning if it's safe. I don't think it's safe for men.
Okay.
I said, you didn't ask me that when I got on birth control.
Right.
Did you ask me, is it safe for you?
Right.
Is it going to be good for your mental health? Is it going to be good for your emotional vagina? Like, is it good
know
for
what?
you?
It's so crazy because we're just told to get on birth control
Mhm.
so we don't have babies, but we're not told like what it can actually do to our
us.
body.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I remember being in high school and a whole lot of girls were on birth control, but only thing I know that they said it did to them was
Gain weight.
gain weight. So I'm just like,
I
I
don't
don't
wanna
want
be
to gain
fat.
no weight. Right. I don't want to be thick like
I don't
that.
wanna be
That's
fat.
good on you, but not on me.
Right.
So when I started taking birth control, I just never really knew how it would have an effect on my body. And I was on birth control after I had given birth to my son because I got pregnant so young. I'm like, this
Right.
ain't happening again.
Again, right.
So I was on birth control for so many years, probably over a decade. And then I finally got off of it. And I'm just like, man, my body has never just felt better. Like my cycles are, I mean, it may be TMI for some, but whatever. But my cycles are just like so regular. Like they used to be an inconvenience to me because I'm just like, oh man, I'm going on vacation. I don't want to be on my cycle. But now I'm just like, oh, well, fuck it. I'm just going to be able to be on my cycle. I'm on vacation. So, I mean, it's just not that big of a deal. And I don't have to worry about getting pregnant anymore because my husband had a vasectomy. So I just love not being on birth control and having all the free sex.
Well, listen, I'm not on birth control and I'm still having free sex.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
You better check
Give
that
us
calendar.
a clap for that.
Check that calendar.
Yes.
You check your ovulation.
I do and I don't.
Okay.
I do and I don't. I'm just like, I'm that person that when I look back on all my children, I got pregnant because I tried to get pregnant.
Okay.
You know, I didn't have a oops baby.
Can I ask
Sure.
if you guys use the pull-out method?
We do.
Okay, so that ain't me. I
Mhm.
can't do that.
Now
I need it.
He didn't like it, but he don't want no more kids right now, so he had to do it. But
How
yes.
do you do that as a man?
girl, it
It's
be rough.
hard.
especially when I'm on top.
I
But it be hard.
know. You can't even. You don't got the strength to push.
I'm light now, but
It's like a week.
but when you going into that stage of sex, you
Right.
become weak.
Like,
I get so weak in my knees.
just like so. You got to remove yourself. That's hard.
No, Sean, sometimes Sean have to. Let me
Okay.
stop. Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm out y'all bedroom to get y'all out y'all
Did we talk about Mary J. Blige last week?
What about her?
She had an interview with somebody and she was just talking about
Oh, how she doesn't want to have any kids?
Yeah.
Fuck them kids. They're a hindrance in my life.
Weak. Y'all, she didn't necessarily say fuck them kids.
I'm paraphrasing for her.
She said that kids prohibit her freedom.
They do.
They do.
Can't even say it.
Prohibit.
Kids.
Mhm.
I'm trying to say prevent and prohibit at the same time.
Mhm.
But they prevent you from just getting up and going and just, you always have to make sure that they're cared for. You got food, you got water, you're good, you need to go to practice. What do you need?
Right.
You always have to make sure that another person is taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that. I mean, but it is I love it. I love being a parent.
I do. And then
I
she
love
was
being a
like,
parent.
I don't want to have to scramble around for
Right.
babysitters.
Girl, that baby gonna come with you.
It was one of them things I was like, this. Get
Like,
out my
for real.
business. Yes, I scramble for babysitters, but I don't care. I love my kids. I cannot
know.
imagine my life without children. And that was before I had children. I could not imagine my life without children, whether
And I
it was
think
1 or 2 or 3.
That's true. And I think that her tune would be different too.
If she had a child.
If she had
Mhm.
her
That's
own
true.
child.
That's true.
Yeah.
I like the way you said that. I didn't think about it like that. Like
Yeah.
her tune would definitely be different if she had her own child, or when she does, because it did say that in the future she would, think about it. If
Yeah.
something a new relationship came about, and he wanted a child and she was able.
She said not right now. So
Yeah.
that not right now meant
Doesn't
like
mean never.
Never. Yeah. Because I
I'm
mean,
with it.
Janet had her baby at
Hey,
what? 50?
6. I'm just playing.
Halle
She was
Berry had
50.
a baby at 52, right?
Who? Halle
Halle?
Berry. Mhm.
So I mean, with their access, she can have a baby at
Mhm.
whatever point in her life.
If you could pay a man,
Oh, don't even say that. Don't even speak that, because that gives me heart palpitations. When she was speaking about that on the Breakfast Club, having to pay alimony to
this nigga, ugly.
but as a man, how you look yourself in the mirror?
He don't care. He's not a man. And whatever woman goes after a man like that, you're a gold digger. Just immediately know that you're a gold digger, because he's not man enough to take care of himself. He wants another woman that he's not with anymore to take care of him.
Well, whatever woman takes him for his money, good, because that'll be his karma,
And that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Girl, let's get into this.
Speaking of kids.
Yes.
Speaking of kids.
You came up with this perfect topic.
We always talk about relationships.
Yeah.
As it pertains to marriage and before you get to marriage, but we never really talk about like relationships with our children. Speaking of kids.
I agree.
So when we talk about sex on the show, or if we talk about sex with our friends, how do you approach that that topic when it relates to your children? Because you have 2 young girls, ages
3 and 9.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, where do you start? Like, how much do you tell them? I mean, like,
how much do you think they already know?
Yeah. Do you speak to them like you're their friend to make them comfortable? Do you like remain strict and like, I'm the parent, I'm going to give you the facts and that's it? Like, how do you do it? There is no playbook for a parent. There are playbooks for parents, but there's no playbook for
the right way.
The right way for your child.
Right.
And it's I ain't gonna lie, y'all, it's nerve-wracking to think about me having to have the sex talk with Parker and Paisley.
Well, she's already 9 years old.
Huh?
We got them talks young as hell.
Okay, so that's another thing. Like, did you have the talk from your parents?
Okay, so this is what happened.
Okay.
And I love my mother to death.
Because I got one too. Go ahead.
My mom was like, I remember being young, asking my mom about sex.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just like, you better not do it.
Period.
That was it. That's all.
Exclamation
that was
point.
That was my talk. And I was just like, well, dang. Okay. Well, I mean, I was afraid to ask any more questions because I'm like, well, I just got my head chewed off because
I just
I'm just
was
asking.
curious. Right.
So I was like, that was my talk.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your talk like?
I never had one
Okay.
until it was too late.
Until you had that baby.
No.
Until you got pregnant. Oh.
No.
Had sex.
Yeah, I had sex a couple years. And my mom came, y'all. For the people that know my mom, like, I know I've said it on here before. She was a oh, can you pour me some more?
Yeah,
Thank you.
girl, I got
Thank
you.
you. Some of that diesel. She is a she was a what they call it, officer,
A correctional
officer. Thank you.
Mhm.
She was a correctional officer until I was like in the 6th grade. So you know,
poured
she
too much.
was like, ooh, yeah, that's a big
sorry.
shot.
Okay.
So one day I was in school, normal day. All of a
Mhm.
sudden, my mom comes and checks me out of school. She drives me. Des will know what this is. Where dang, was that a Lowe's or a Home Depot in Fairfield? Home Depot. So if you know anything about Fairfield, it was a big ass Home Depot and a big ass parking lot on both sides. There was not a Home Depot there. The Home Depot was gone by this time.
She sounded like she was about to take you out and murder you.
She took me to the parking lot of the Home Depot that was not there anymore and asked me, have I been having sex?
You trapped.
I am
You
trapped.
trapped.
Trapped in the closet.
No, we
I
can't
was
sing
like,
his music.
what? Listen, I was like, what? No. She was like, you know I can find out. All I got to do is take you to the gynecologist.
And you ain't know no better.
I ain't know no better.
Because they can't do that.
They can't do that. They can't tell you. She can't tell you that.
Mm-mm.
I said, you just got to instantly start crying.
You got to
Yeah,
hold it
I
like
had
that.
to tell her that I was having sex with Sean. Y'all, she made my life miserable. She was like, I'm not gonna tell your dad, but she made it so bad to my dad was like, what is going on?
It was tense.
It was tense. So she had to end up telling my dad what was going
Aw.
on. But okay, so that was my talk with her.
Okay.
But going back to when I actually had sex as a child, because I was still a child, I was 14 years old. When I was in middle school, I had boyfriends.
Yeah.
And I didn't think anything about sex, y'all. I remember having a boyfriend and I saw him talking to another girl and I had started to hear rumors that he was talking to her and he was having sex with her in middle school. And I was like, well, shoot, he might as well go and have sex with her because he ain't gonna get nothing over here.
Right.
I never thought about sex in middle school. Like that was like, I wanted a boyfriend, but I didn't want to do nothing with him.
Right.
Until I got to 9th grade. I got with this older boy. Y'all, Sean just did the most. Oh my God. He just did things with me that I should have never known about at 14, 15, 16 years old.
Okay. How he know?
But he was older. He's a boy. He's, he's probably been watching porn since the 4th grade.
He probably had the magazines.
You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
probably had the magazines because it probably was DVDs.
right. Right. Like, I don't think I was prepared for Sean's approach when it came to me dealing with him in the 9th grade. So when he would try me, I didn't have enough wisdom. I didn't have enough knowledge. I didn't have enough sustainability
No stamina.
Right. Or just to sustain or just to say no or to not listen to my body.
So question, I'm gonna stop you right there if I can. How do you let your girls know that, especially Parker, because she's 9, but she's tall and she's gonna grow into a young woman body before her time. So
she got more booty than me.
So how do you approach that? Like,
I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared, but I'm not scared because I want Parker to have a relationship with me. We definitely have the oldest relationship. I don't know if any of y'all are the oldest children. I'm not the oldest. I'm
the
baby.
youngest. Yeah.
Are you an oldest child? that's a different dynamic with the mother.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that type of dynamic. We definitely have that type of dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm more harder on her because I want her to learn it. I
Yeah.
want her to get it. I don't want her to touch the fire. I want
Yeah.
her to
To know
learn
better automatically, though.
automatically. Like
But
I
they
just,
don't.
but they don't.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard, and I don't want to scare her,
Right.
from life. I don't want her to feel like she always has to sneak
Right.
and do anything. So it's like I do certain things and then I realize it and then I try to soften it up. But my thing with Parker is I want to be able to have those conversations with her.
Mhm.
How I have those conversations, I have no idea. But as I think about it as a 9-year-old, I'm thinking, do I want to approach her with facts? Like, hey, if you do this, these are the consequences. Or, you can get pregnant, or you can have STDs. Your reputation can be. These are things that I'm thinking
It
because
could be facts.
it could be facts, and I think that honestly, it's best to go. It's best to go about it that way because I can speak from experience. I know
Right.
one of my really good friends growing up back in high school when something happened. I'm not going to get into that, but when something happened, the first thing that came out of somebody's mouth was, you remember when she did this, or
Mhm.
you remember when she did that, and it was something sexual. And I need for her to realize your reputation follows you.
Is it all about just reputation, or should we just be talking to them about like your body and the boundaries you need to set for your body at a young age, and the boundaries you need to set when it comes to other people and their
Mhm.
personal spaces and their bodies as it relates to sex? Because somebody could cross the boundary with her at her age now and she doesn't not even know it. You know what I'm
Oh, I
saying?
definitely have those talks. I let her know no one is supposed to touch her a
Mhm.
certain way. Nobody
Yeah.
is supposed to touch her down there. Nobody's supposed to touch her on her butt, her breast, anything like that. If she feels uncomfortable in any situation, she is to tell us. And I
Mhm.
want her to feel comfortable with that. But I also know as a child what's important. I don't think my body is important as a 9-year-old. It's important, but I don't care. What's important is my friends,
Yeah.
what people think about me, what people say about me. So I want to approach it in a way that's going to click to her,
Mhm.
right? I want to say, yes, if you have sex, then you have so many consequences. Not only are you thinking about, you may have, you don't know what this person has done. They may
Yeah.
have sexually transmitted diseases, but you don't know who they've had sex with. You don't know what their experiences is, where they come
Do
from.
you think that kind of scares, or that would scare her from even wanting to have a sexual experience when she decides she wants to have a
You
sexual
have to know your
experience?
child. Some
Yeah.
some children it may scare. Some children it may say,
Yeah.
hmm,
Not if you say STD.
I'm a
That's not going to be like,
I'm gonna touch the fire.
Yeah.
You definitely have some children. I have a lot of nieces and nephews. I've been around a lot of children, and I know you have some children that are willing to touch the fire.
Right. So if you know that you have somebody who's willing to touch the fire,
Mhm.
then your conversation with them is going to be different.
Automatically. That's
Okay.
why I think it's very important that you know your child and know
Right.
how to approach your child.
Right.
Yeah. But what do you think about that? Do you think, how would you or did you approach Warren a certain way when you talked to him about sex?
Yes. Not to even like embarrass him in any kind of way, because I would not do that. But
Yeah.
when I had a talk with him about sex at such a young age, I was realistic.
Mhm.
I gave him the birds and the bees talk. I told him about sex and the consequences of sex. But I also told him that only do it when you may feel like you're ready to do it. And you're not going to feel like you're ready to do it at 15, 16, whatever the case is. But number one, make sure that you're always gonna you get consent from the
Right.
other person that you're with, right? Because you don't want a young lady coming back and saying, "Well, he touched me the wrong way," or I didn't say that it was okay. I'm like, always, 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 always make sure that you get consent and make sure that it's a mutual agreement. Like, yes, I understand like being in a moment, but at the same time, you still want to respect somebody's
Boundaries.
in their body.
Because a young girl, it's really important that boy moms have this talk with their sons. Girls, we don't know how to.
We
What's
don't have the
word?
language.
Yeah,
to express how
we feel
Yeah.
about our bodies at that
But
age.
that's something that I think that we as women should teach our young girls and the young women in our lives.
It's hard. It's hard to teach our young girls about your body and how are you feeling and what that means without giving them consent to have sex. You see what I'm saying?
Well, the sexual part. Well,
It's just, I think it's a scary thing. It's scary as a girl mom. It's scary for me to give my 13, 14-year-old I'm just thinking that's the age where she's getting to the point where it's like
curiosity.
very curious about what's going on with my body, right? Right now, if I try to bathe Parker, she's like, oh, no, oh my God.
I mean,
Huh?
she's mine.
Yeah, and she's like, no, don't touch me.
I can
oh
see
my
that.
God.
She's
So,
a big girl.
but still,
That's
I
okay.
want her. So, and it's my job to go and see what's going on with her body, you
Right.
know. At 9, even though she looks like she's almost taller as me,
Right.
You know, because most 9-year-olds are not. They're like
tiny.
you
Yeah.
know. So I'm just saying, 13, 14-year-old. It's my responsibility to have that conversation with them and let them know that, listen, your body is going to do this, and that, and the other. But as a girl mom, that's difficult. That's difficult because I don't want my child to feel like I'm saying it's okay. And then I'm a Christian.
But you want to be realistic as well.
I do want to be
right?
realistic, but I also want to. I don't want to be churchy, but I want to be churchy.
But it's okay.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
okay to- I
I
get that, and I think it's okay to do that and still
Yeah.
have balance and
Yeah.
letting them know there's still this other part too. That
Yeah.
does not mean I'm telling you to indulge.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you this is another aspect. And
Because could you imagine your mom being like, down there is your clit gonna start pumping and it's gonna feel real good. And when you feel that, that's when you know you need to back away because your body's gonna tell you to do something that your mind's gonna say you're not ready for.
And that's so crazy that you say that because you're a girl mom.
Yes.
And I'm a boy mom.
Right.
So our approach to sex and the sex talk is completely different because I would tell my son beforehand, like even before you even have sex, like masturbate.
Yes, that's important. But I would never tell my girls to masturbate.
How do you approach telling your girls? Like even
I
if
would never tell my girls because I feel like that is giving them consent to. But man, this is so taboo.
But it's self-pleasure though.
Okay, no, but at 14, you shouldn't
Not
be
at
thinking
14,
about
not at 14.
self-pleasure.
Not at 14.
Maybe at 18.
Yeah, like what if she's at an age?
But
like
we're talking
16,
about
17,
our
18?
children now. They're
growing
we
up.
The reason I said we're talking about our children now because we have to worry about them dealing with social media. We have to worry about them dealing with people that are not truthful about who they are.
That's
and
true.
them wanting that experience with a boyfriend or a boy or a man.
Yeah.
And they think they're getting a boy or just someone to talk to, and a man is really trying to come in and change the dynamic of their childhood.
Right.
So we have to worry about a lot, and it makes you really have to take your talk with your girl, your girl child, Whitney say her boy child, your girl child a little different than you would with a boy, because you almost have to protect them from the way they feel, right?
Yeah.
With a boy, it's like, feel it, right? Feel it. I want you to feel it so you know what you're getting yourself into, right? With a girl, it's like,
But is
don't
that like
feel
suppressing it for a young lady? Because you just said it's like like you're resisting, and I think that kind of creates, maybe it could create like an unhealthy dynamic with sex.
It does.
So it's like you see boy, you like boy, but I've been told boy is like, no, you can't do that. And then like I'm feeling some kind of shame because I want to have this experience with him. Because we say it now, like, even
why do
if
you want to have this experience with them? What are you doing to want to have an experience with a boy like that?
I know. But where do you get it from, though?
Your mama.
That's why you scared.
I was fast. I like me some boys.
That is why she's scared.
Yes, I'm very scared. I am.
I think if you just give them the education that you may not have received, I think it'll be easier for you to kind of navigate that relationship with your girls. And that's just me talking from me having that relationship with my son. And I know it's different with girls, but I think if my mom were more open with me about sex, it could have been completely different.
Okay, so I was speaking on my feelings. This is on my brain. This is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm going to do. I'm going to be very realistic with my girls. If they come to me, I'm going to tell them. But when I come to them with sex, I'm going to come factual, and I'm going to come to them relatable, because that's the type of person I am. If you know me, I'm a relatable type person. Like, I'm going to relate my experience to whatever you're going through, because I want you to feel comfortable around me. I want you to feel comfortable in whatever you're going through, because I don't want you to feel like you're the only person going through it. You know, I don't want you to feel like I'm better than you, or what my situation is better than you. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just the type of person I am. So I'm going to come to my children with that same approach. I'm going to just like, hey, girl, your mama
was out here in these streets.
And this is what I saw. Yeah, this is what I saw, and this is what I experienced. And my body could not handle what I experienced. And by the grace of God, the man that took my virginity at 14, I married. But that's not everybody's story.
Right.
And I would love for the person that takes your virginity to be your husband. But I can't promise you that.
Right.
And I don't want you to be hurt. But that's what will come along with giving your virginity. Giving your body up is giving your emotions to another person. Yeah. It's giving your just internally giving yourself to another person, not intentionally, but intentionally. Right. You know, and I think as a child, they don't think about that. They don't.
No, they don't have the mental fortitude or the mental capacity to just be like, oh yeah, that's so profound what you just said, Mom. Right. No, like, is it gonna get wet? Like, what's the orgasm gonna feel like? I don't know.
Yeah, like, I think I'm very.
But it comes with experience too.
It does. It does, and I think if the more real you get with your children, the more they'll respect you in the long run. I'm gonna say to my daughter, listen. It's gonna get real wet. and the little thing right there is gonna start popping. And you're gonna be like, oh my God, I got to have him. But let me tell you, if you have
let him go, girl.
Let him go, because you ain't the only person he's tried.
Right.
You have to wait till you.
But that's another aspect too of letting them know about sex. Like, just because you may have given yourself to him, don't think y'all getting married.
Right.
Don't think you're the only one.
Right, because I never thought I was gonna marry Sean. Ever. That never crossed my mind until it was time. Until I thought, like, dang, nigga, we've been together for 12 years. Don't you think?
12 years.
Yeah, don't you think it's time?
Time.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
You guys were still young.
Yeah,
too.
we were still young.
Yeah.
We, our situation was different, but we did it. We made it work, and it happened, and we're thankful. And we
hallelujah.
Period.
And you
Yeah.
got 2 babies.
And we got 2 little girls.
2.5.
Ooh,
Little
Jesus.
Chanel.
And let Lord, if she get pregnant, I don't know what's gonna happen. The whole
I
dynamic
already
of the
told
family.
you we need to be getting these little cabins.
I know.
Every-
What tips would you give a boy mom as to having the sex talk or relationship talk with your boys?
um I would just say be open.
Mm-hmm.
Let them be, especially coming from a woman,
Yeah.
because you can give them that honest perspective of how to treat a woman,
Mm-hmm.
how to respect her body, how to respect her boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
how to navigate through her PMS,
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Like just anything that your experiences can help them for
Right.
sure.
For sure.
And just be honest with them,
Mhm.
because I think in any aspect we have to be honest with our kids about anything when it comes to certain topics, especially serious topics like sex.
Right. I think it's time for us to come out of a traditional way of thinking and evolve, because
Yeah.
parenting evolves just like anything, any other aspect in life.
Right.
It's an evolving process.
Right.
And we have to kind of go with the times, even when we don't want to go with the times. We want to raise our children how we were raised, but that's not always the case. So I would tell a girl mom to just really pay attention to your children, pay attention to your girls, how they're changing, the way they're going about their friends, how they're talking. Allow them to talk to you. Make them talk to you. Go through their phones.
Go through their phone.
Absolutely. They
Yes.
should
I used to always
never.
go through our
They
phone,
should
child.
never have any type of technology and you not knowing what's going on with
It'd be
them.
random check. Give it here.
Give it here.
Drop it right now.
Period.
And if you
Give
got a
it-
problem with it,
That's another problem. I'm
we
taking
fighting.
it. Mhm.
Let's go.
Right. And then you have that conversation on the ride to school.
Yeah.
And in inopportune times where they think it's just normal, just start up a conversation with them, letting them know, I'm thinking about you. This is what's going to happen with your body. Women, Des, I know this is so TMI. This is so, but when you are PMSing, allow your young daughters to come in so they can see what's going to be going on with their body. They should not be shocked when they come on their freaking cycle.
They still
That's-
gonna be shocked, but just
No.
know you're gonna be balled up.
No, Parker would never be shocked. She
Really?
would
Oh,
never.
She see you in
Yes,
action.
she see me in action, and it's important because I need for her to know what it is. This is a little painful. I have bad cycles, so I'm in pain a little bit, or this is what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
This is what it's going to feel like. This is what you're going to need. I
Right.
don't need. When I came on my cycle, I was shocked as hell.
Me too.
Mom, is stuff coming out of me? Like I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I don't need for my children to feel like that. I don't need for when Parker gets into a room with a guy that she really likes and she starts kissing and her vagina starts to get wet.
She panicked.
She panics and just lets the man lets the boy take over her. I need for
Those
her.
are conversations you have to have
Yes.
with her.
It's conversations, and I think as we evolve as parents, as we go through the process, and as we think back to what we needed as children and what
Yeah.
we didn't get because our parents didn't know, I think we just know better.
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
definitely know better. And I can think back on the transitions and the stages of growth with
Right.
me and Warren and the conversations that we had to have.
Yeah.
And it was always still consistent, but
Mhm.
it grew when he grew. So
Right.
it's like, well, now when you're off on your own
The
in
conversation
the world,
is totally different.
It's totally different. Like, just make sure you always
Boy,
wrapping
put
it
that
up.
Jimmy on now.
Always, you know what I'm saying?
And here they
So-
go. Let me go buy them for you. Since you act like you ain't got no money,
Right.
I got you.
I'm broke. Okay, you think you're gonna be broke if you
Right.
have somebody, baby?
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. This was a good conversation.
good
I enjoyed this.
conversation.
It was much needed because, listen, this is a really great topic because we are really dealing with social media and a lot of things are becoming so easy for our children to get their hands on.
Right.
And they don't know. They just want the interaction, and the interaction sometimes is not.
Negative.
It's negative. So You guys have these conversations with your children. If you're thinking about children, just, think about
how are you going to have that conversation
how
with
you
them?
gonna,
How are you going to control the narrative?
because the TikTok, that's like,
TikTok.
yeah, I love TikTok, y'all. The TikTok that be like, y'all, I'm raising a human. Like, I'm literally
really
raising a
human.
human. Like,
Yeah.
you, as a mother, you take some steps back, and you're like, damn, I am really raising a human
And
being.
you still alive, praise God.
God
did
is,
that.
I did not know I can do this,
I-
but you can. Moms, you can. Dads, you can. It's not easy, but it's so rewarding and it's so
Yes.
fulfilling.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Girl, this was good.
It was good. I like this conversation.
Yeah. Let the people know where to find you.
You can find me at Naturally Pretty on IG.
And you guys can find me at Grace Face with 2 underscores on IG. And
Yes,
hit us up at 2 Dope Girls Pod on IG. And if you have any inquiries, if you want to be on the show, if you want to hit us up, some sponsorships, if Swanky, if you want to,
come be my best
style
friend,
me or whatever, you can hit us up
Yes.
at ask2dopegirls@gmail.com. That's ASK, the number 2, dopegirls@gmail.com. And until next week,
2 Dope Girls.
bye, you guys.
Dope girls, dope the dope girls. Dope girls, dope the dope girls. Dope the dope girls. Dope the dope